Hours drive southwest of Goldsboro is Sampson County, and we've seen scenes like this. I flew in Chopper 11 HD yesterday over the Black River and saw neighborhood after neighborhood and a lot of farmland absolutely flooded out. One of the hardest hit areas in the county is the town of Ivanhoe. It's near the Bladen County line. Heather Wallaga got a boat tour of that area today and brings us the latest at this hour.
Residents here are calling this the 500-year flood. They say they've never seen anything like it, not even after Hurricane Floyd. Right now, about 30 roads in the county are closed, including this one, and a bridge a couple miles to the right here is about to collapse. That's what we are hearing. Many homes here are now islands, and people are having to use boats just to get around.
It's been pretty crazy out here.
Robert Rankin is using a canoe to get to and from his house in Ivanhoe.
I couldn't get back over here at night, and this morning I just got this little boat and paddled over to the house. I got some clothes. I'm gonna take a shower now.
The small town among the hardest hit in Sampson County. These aerial photos from an ABC 11 eyewitness show homes in the neighboring town of Rowan cut off by floodwater. Residents calling it unprecedented.
Well, it was just a very sad day. I've never experienced anything like it, knowing that I had to leave my home and that it might ever be the same again.
The Black River rose to more than 27 feet Tuesday, well above flood stage. Crews have conducted more than 50 water rescues per day since Monday. At Emergency Management Services, it's all hands on deck.
We have a significant number of people still without power, and those without power, some of them are still stranded.
The county is now asking for federal aid to help with the cleanup. It could still be days or even weeks before the water recedes. The water is starting to recede in Ivanhoe, but the county is still in response mode. One shelter remains open, and churches in the area are providing what they are calling mass feedings. FEMA is also here today to assess the damage. In Sampson County, Heather Wallaga, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
This afternoon, some people are just being allowed back in their homes. Heather Wallaga starts our live team coverage there. Heather, sadly, some of those homes have been condemned.
That's right, Anna. You know, this is the first time that many residents in the area are getting a look at the damage for themselves. This home here has been marked with a red X, which means it has been condemned by the city, but much of the neighborhood is still cut off by the flood water. And as it begins to recede, we're starting to get a first look at what is left behind, including some cars there off in the distance that you can see just beginning to surface. The southwest part of Goldsboro near the Neuse River took a beating in this flood. Much of it hasn't even been accessible until today. Highway 117 is finally back open in both directions, but some areas are still underwater and it could be shut down for weeks. We met one resident today who evacuated over the weekend before the water started rising, and he counts himself as one of the lucky ones. He got about 1.5 feet of water, but his house wasn't severely damaged. He spent the day power washing his possessions and trying to clean up.
Sunday morning, the only thing it was a little blockage down there, probably about 10 feet high. That was it. And then, but after they told everybody 2 o'clock to evacuate, I saw the water rise here more.
You're going to see a lot of really sad faces because a lot of these houses are ruined, and people either will have to do extensive repairs or maybe even not go back to some of them.
Yeah, and the mayor tells me that a lot of people here are staying with friends and family, but many of them don't have flood insurance. He says his biggest concern right now is what these people will do in the long term when they find out they can't go back home. Live in Goldsboro, Heather Wallaga, ABC 11 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
And what their home will look like when they get there, just total devastation, Heather. Thank you for that story.